Coming soon to theaters. Podcasts, film reviews, and so much more. Available at tristanmiller.substack.com.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Focus Testing, a podcast about movies where we make a movie. My name, as always, is Tristan Miller, and joining me today is Annam Choudry. How are you, Annam?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know, I'm doing just all right. So, pleasure to have you on, as always, and meaning pleasure to be around you. Do you remember the first movie you saw in theaters? The cinema.
I'm trying to think because I saw a lot through Blockbuster
Nice.
videos, and the first one I saw in theaters I think was, God, I want to say 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Because,
No.
yeah, my family was really poor, so my parents didn't take me. It was my friends. It was like our family friends because they were our neighbors too. Like their dad took all the kids, including us. And so I think that was the first time I saw a movie in theaters.
The cartoon or the live action?
The live action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like, what are they doing? A re-release? That's fun. That's a hell of an introduction to the concept of going to a movie.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it was super fun. I think we went to like McDonald's afterwards and got like the Happy Meal or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was
because it came with a toy. Yeah.
Oh. What a very pleasant introduction to movie going. Like, not only did you see a wonderful film, you can take it home with you.
Yeah, it was really nice.
That's lovely. What's your favorite film that you've seen recently? I know you're going to Barbenheimer soon as of this recording.
But recently I did a double feature with Joyride and The Blackening.
Okay.
Excellent film. Like The Blackening was like, if you combine like Saw and Scary Movie, like those vibes, and then made it about like just a group of Black people who go to like a cabin in the woods. So it was very much, and also Friday the 13th. It was giving all those vibes at the same time. And it was just so funny. And I'm not a big like horror movie fan, only because I get scared very quickly. I'm like 33 and I still can't do the jump scares, not because like in the theater, at home or wherever, but also like it's the post movie. Like my brain is now conditioned to like hear things that like be startled very easily. Yes. I am very susceptible to that. I'm very sensitive. And also I don't know if it's like an ADHD brain thing where like my brain keeps cycling through those images and I will keep thinking about them. I will not stop thinking about them. And so even if it's like childishly scary, you know, like anyway, so that's why I really like The Blackening. It wasn't like too scary in that sense. But it was still like in the horror genre, I guess. But there were comedic moments that like very lighthearted at times, so it made it easy to watch. And then Joyride too, just fucking hilarious. Oh my God. And just to see like a bunch of Asian women doing it, and they were all, you know, like you have like different tropes in a like girlfriends doing a road trip kind of thing movie, right? And so this had that as well, and it was nice to see like a non-binary character in there as well, who I think was also probably autistic. I'm pretty sure they were playing an autistic person, and yeah, it was just a fun time. It was like really great jokes. I laughed, I cried. It was a good time. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I've been meaning to see Joyride quick before it gets knocked out by Barbenheimer. It's truly like, it's nice to have a couple good movies in, but man, taking one for the team, Joyride. I like that you're doing double features. I think more people should do double features. Do you do that often?
I mean, only when I'm stealing.
There it is. The truth comes out.
I paid for both this time. And tomorrow somebody else is paying for me. But, you know, it's just so fun to just hang around the theater, just, you know, shooting the shit. I do it by myself. It's so fun. So no one can stop me. You know, like if you go with friends, they might have a conscience and I don't.
Here's the thing. I think that's completely morally fine as long as you get something from the concession stand. It's victimless crime.
I do that.
Exactly, because then you're supporting the theater and not the corporations, and you're fine.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so good. I wasn't expecting that response.
I'm a big concessions person. I do the concession stand. Like I don't like I've never like cared for money that much. I'm not like a big like budgeting person. And so I stay poor. But like at the concession stand, like I go all in. Like I gotta get my pretzels, the small ones with
Oh,
the
sick.
cheese
Mhm.
and the mustard. And if they got a big Bavarian pretzel, oh, forget about it. I'm done. Like,
Forget
like I
about
don't
it.
just do the popcorn. I do the big what I want to call them, like the money shot snacks. I don't know. I don't have a name for them. Like I don't know how to describe them. It's like
The top
the
shelf.
yeah, top shelf. There we go. That's the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the,
The stuff they
the
keep
money
behind
shot.
glass, yeah.
Yeah, the ones you
I've
don't have easy access to.
Yeah, exactly. Normally I start with a different question, but this leads really nicely into it. What do you think is the best cinema snack?
Oh, that's a tough one. None of them actually, because I mean, the sweet is too sweet, and then the salty is too salty. It's got to be the soda.
The
It's got to
soda?
be the soda.
What
Hmm.
soda do you get?
I usually end up with a Coke. Sometimes I
Mm,
like to mix it up, but I always
mhm,
regret mixing it up, and I always go with the classic. Yeah,
mm. Do you have you
classic
ever
Coke.
done like a hitting all
Oh, of
the
course.
button? Yeah,
Yeah, I
suicide.
call that Skittles. No, I call it liquid Skittles because
That's
that's
much
what it tastes
nicer.
like. Suicide. You got
Yeah, that's what we'd
suicide.
call them growing up.
No, I
uh
love doing that.
Skittles is so much nicer. Gonna
Yeah, it
start.
did because it ends up tasting like, especially when it's just Sprite, Coke, Dr. Pepper, like just that, and then the high C fruit punch.
Yeah.
All those are the classic ones. Like I don't like the mellow yellow and the
No.
different flavors of Coke and Sprite that they got in the freestyle machine. I can't do the freestyle machines. I don't like those. I like the classic fountain.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
I I sometimes dream of being a freestyle Coke machine, though,
Why?
because you have so many
Oh,
options, right?
that's true.
You have
Yeah, you think about that for a
unlimited
second.
potential, well, almost unlimited
Just turn
potential.
into anything.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a I'm thinking of like transfiguration, like in Harry Potter, but
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
bad example because you
absolutely.
can only be one thing, right? If
Yeah.
you transfigure, you can only be one thing.
I guess so, like Mystique and X-Men.
Yeah, like Mystique and X. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it also speaks to how much of a people pleaser I am, where I'm like, anything, I can do anything you want.
How your
Shut up.
accent changes sometimes.
Mhm, mhm. It's very flexible. It's almost like I don't have a personality. So
Stop.
the first question, I generally ask is, what is movie? What is movie to you?
Mm. It's an experience. I mean, not to get too deep, like superficially deep. Is that even a thing? That's an
That's an
oxymoron.
oxymoron, but like it's nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
like I don't want to be fake deep, but like
Hmm.
really, I mean, I've enjoyed movies. I grew up on movies all my life. Like even when I don't remember like the plot of something or characters or anything like that, I'm very forgetful. But like I just always enjoy that experience. It's a great way to like zone out and um decompress after work or when you're in a depression episode, like just to get your creative thoughts going sometimes just to
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
something to do. um I've always enjoyed it by myself more, but I love experiencing it with family and friends, but like it's almost meditative for me to like watch it by myself, and I love a
Hmm.
good like obscure recommendation of something that I've never seen before. Maybe like a classic, but to me it's obscure because it wasn't like
Hmm.
mainstream and like when I knew of it. Like there's one, the Sunset Express or something. I forgot. It's like, and the whole movie is just two characters talking the entire time in a room, and one of them is trying to convince the other one not to commit suicide. That's the entire movie,
Hmm.
and it is so moving. So I love someone giving me a recommendation of a movie like that, and me getting to watch it by myself and experiencing it too, and like getting to talk to someone about it. Sometimes I go to a bar and I'll watch like a movie that they have on, and the friend sitting next to me, the one that recommended it, like is giving me like a play by play of like, about the character, about that actor, about like that specific scene, its history, and like its significance. I love that so much. Like, yeah, that's what movies are for me.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely lovely. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. You mentioned you like going to movies alone. Do you do that? When did that start? And like, I'd love just to hear more about why you prefer it.
Mm, it was kind of sad that I was married and
Oh.
then divorced. But like I didn't get to go out much like on dates, and so I would just take myself out,
Mm-hmm.
and there was nothing else to do in Connecticut. Like, I just
I just
went to the
Connecticut
movies.
found dead in the ditch.
Yeah, literally. I would just drive to the movie theater and go watch whatever was on, or there was something interesting, and I'd go watch that. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay. And
much
so it
where it
started
started, I
there.
think. Yeah, I think so.
That's nice. I think I love going to a movie by myself. I think a lot of people think it's like sad or whatever. I'm like, well,
Mm-mm.
but I just, it's so nice to just sit there with
Mhm.
the thing and just put your full attention on it, which is
Yeah.
like, even when you're at home, I almost said home. So you're welcome for me curbing my fucking stupid mishmash of an accent.
Love it.
Um,
Go for it.
Thank you. Anyhow, when you're at home and you're watching it, like I had a projector for a while, and just
Mhm.
that experience of like fully going in with what the movie has to present to you. I think it's far easier to do that when you're kind of by yourself
Yeah.
than if you have a gaggle of friends and but conversely, love to see a comedy with a room full of people, it
Yeah,
really
for sure.
helps the
Yeah.
whole process. Um, so I have other questions for you.
Mhm.
Out of all of the Lord of the Rings characters, who has the best hair?
Oh, man. Okay, wait, who's that main character, dude? Not Frodo.
Not
The
Frodo.
one the one with the hair, the one with the sword, the one that rides on the horse.
Aragorn
Aragorn?
or you
Aragorn? Aragorn?
Aragorn?
You were
Viggo
gonna say that. You
Mortensen?
did say that. Yeah,
Aragorn?
No! I'm so stupid. No,
You're
it's
not.
Orlando Bloom's character.
Oh, Legolas?
Fucking Legolas. Yeah.
You love the flowing
Yes, obviously.
blonde
If you can
hair?
have that long hair and like take care of it, like fuck me. Oh my god. Like I can't. I want to shave my head every single day. Like, do you see you see how long my hair's gotten? The
Yeah.
last time you saw me, it was like up to here.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to shave it off all the time. So if you can take care of like hair that long, and I know it's a wig, but still, he clearly has the best hair as the character in the movie.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
not like I did say which character, not which actor.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all wigs. Heads up, everyone's wearing a wig in that
Yeah.
movie. That's very
Yeah.
good. I like the idea. Oh, that's very funny. If you could take care of it.
That's a
What
bitch.
what movie monster would you want to have sex with? And it can't be a vampire.
Oh my god, I have to think about this. I've never thought about monsters in this context. That's probably why. Just give me 1 second. I have to jog my memory. I'm probably gonna regret my answer afterwards once, like,
Everyone does.
you
I'll
know,
have you know
a
100% of the
movie.
people regret
Can't
it.
do TV.
Well, I guess you could do TV, but you can't do like a vampire or something that's obviously sexy because that's cheating.
Oh
Like
man, so
you
not the
can't.
gargoyle from the gargoyle.
No, that's great. That's actually really good.
Actually,
Gargoyle from
yes. Oh fuck
Gargoyles.
yeah,
Wait,
the purple one.
which one?
The
Which
main
one?
guy.
The main
The
guy?
main guy. I forgot his name. What was his name?
I don't know. I didn't watch Gargoyles growing up. I wasn't allowed. It was too
But okay,
scary.
okay.
But I know
Okay, it
what you're
was too
talking
scary.
about.
It was
It's
scary. It had a little like it was dark. It was darker than the Dark Knight.
yeah,
Sorry, Batman animated series. Like Batman animated series was dark,
yeah.
right? It was very much like
For a kids show,
kind of adult
absolutely,
themed. It was a kid show. For a kid show, it was more adult themed. It was like
absolutely.
yeah. So I feel like Gargoyles was like a step above that
They're
in
like
terms of darkness.
metal.
Mm-hmm. That was
Absolutely.
fuck.
You can tell all those gargoyles fuck. You can tell that
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah,
they're
especially the main guy.
absolutely getting pounded left and
They're
right.
jacked. Oh my god. I wanted to be the girl, the detective in that show so bad. Like, I think I had a crush on her. I think
Okay.
that was my first bi crush, maybe. I don't know. No, that's
that,
a
le-
lie. I definitely had one before that.
that leads me very nicely into the next question. Which was your first character crush that you remember? Was it her or somebody else?
I think the one that I actively like had a crush on because I was like pubescent was definitely Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, the green guy.
Nick. That's so good.
He's fine as fuck. Like, have
Uh,
you and he's a great dad to Goku. Gohan? To Gohan. No, I think he took care of both of them. I forget.
That's
Anyway.
such a good answer. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
know.
love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely fantasized about him a lot growing up.
Sick. What animal would you want to ratatouille yourself into success? Like you get to pick a mascot. It can fit under any the chef hat.
Okay,
It's
that's
like a
what I was concerned
TARDIS.
about.
It's bigger on the inside than it is on the out. It'll hide any animal.
Okay, okay. It'll fit in there and it gets to
Hmm.
control me.
Yeah, yeah.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
They're smart as fuck. They're smart as fuck. I would let a dolphin control me because I don't know. I want to know what it wants to do. Like, I want to know what a dolphin would do as a human, you know? Like, because they're
Yeah,
scary. They're like,
yeah,
they're, I worry sometimes. I mean, like, all those orca attacks that are happening? I feel like the dolphins are orchestrating them. Like, I feel like they're the masterminds and we're just not seeing them yet. They're like the kingpin. You never see the kingpin. You only see the people on the street, right? You only
yeah,
see the
yeah.
the foot soldiers. You never see like the guy behind the foot soldier. So I think that's what I want. Yeah, dolphin, ratatouille,
Dolphin. Hell yeah.
dolphin
Hell
tooing
yeah.
me, dolphin tooing me. That's not a real thing.
The dolphin tui is good though. I like that. What's a film you'd like people to remember but they don't?
Mm. Can it be animated?
Yeah, anything. Any movie.
What's it called? Quest for Camelot.
Great movie.
I feel like nobody knows about. Anytime I talk to people about it, they're like, "No, I've never heard of it."
If I didn't
Like
have
that
you.
was so good.
Yeah. That's introduced me to the concept of Eric Idle.
Eric,
and
what's that?
and John Cleese. They play the dragon.
Oh, got you. Oh my
Yeah.
god, the dragons.
Cornwall and is it Wallace?
I
Anyway,
forgot.
but great movie. But Blade Beak, excellent comedic character for me growing up.
It was the villain for me.
Oh,
Like,
what is his name? Gareth? No, that's the
I forgot, but he was one of the kicked off Knights of the Round Table,
yeah, yeah.
and he had like this face and his body, and that song made me so fucking horny. Like I don't know why.
He's a deeply
The
sexual
song, the one with the
character.
pit? I'm so sorry. The one with the pit where he's throwing everybody in the pit and
Yeah,
turning into
yeah. Where he's
monsters.
yeah,
That was
exactly.
so hot. Like, why was it so fucking hot?
Lord Ruber.
The beat. Oh man.
Lord
I sometimes
Ruber.
watch that music video over and over. I watch just that part of the movie over and over again.
So the tape was like worn out. We all have something going on.
Yeah,
That's
but yeah, I would like people to remember that film. I think it was really, I feel like it was really well done, comedy
mhm.
wise, and the romance between the girl and the guy, the blind horse boy. Was he a stable boy? Stable boy,
He
yeah.
was a stable boy that got kicked out into the forest. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like
I
that.
think that's the first time I've seen a disabled character in any like childhood
Mm-mm.
cinematic piece. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
But
It's
that,
played by Carrie
yeah.
Elwes. Always great to hear
Hmm.
his voice.
I sometimes
Great
randomly
music.
sing the song in it. Yeah, the one where he sings uh
I know
like
everything of
every
this rock
tree.
and stone.
Yes, that one,
Yeah.
that one. I start randomly singing it from the line, like every tree grows on its own, reaching for the sky. I stand alone. I share my world with no one else. All by myself, I stand
Stand
alone.
alone.
That song goes so hard.
It goes so
Sorry, sorry.
hard.
You have to hear me sing. I'm so sorry.
You're
I had to
absolutely I
finish it.
loved it. Also the prayer off of that, which became like a Billboard topping hit
What was that?
outside. The prayer, it's the song the mom sings when the leading lady goes off and runs into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
woods.
yeah, yeah. I
I
remember.
want to
The
also
mom
correct
was really
myself.
pretty too.
Yes. I did notice that. If you can believe it, I did notice that growing up. Um both of the ladies of that very hot.
Yeah.
Uh it's Don Rickles, not John Cleese. It's Eric Idle and Don Rickles play the dragon,
Got
which
it, got it,
is
got it.
wacky.
Yeah, they were
The
a fun comedic relief.
the Griffin, great character.
Yeah,
All around great movie. It's only 90 minutes. Go watch it.
yeah.
We watched it so much growing up. Um,
Same.
Finally, as always, final question. Why is Austin Powers just so sexy?
You know, I ask myself that almost every single day. Get in my belly.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird. I have friends who like absolutely hate that movie now. I don't know why, but I
Interesting.
can't imagine. It's I don't know. There's a it's so funny when I watched that movie, I was just like, what is his sex appeal? Like, why are all these women like all over him? But I guess it's the confidence, you know?
Okay.
If you have
Yeah.
confidence, you can bag a baddie like that, you know?
That's this is the baddie I bagged by being a goofy little lad.
Just a goofy little laugh.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So stupid.
Oh,
All right. Are you ready for the game? I'm
oh
gonna give
gosh,
you
yes. Okay.
a word.
I'm like very competitive, but then I'm also like so stupid. Like I will
Well,
not. Um,
well, then this game is great for you. Luckily, we're making
okay.
the movie together, so there's the only
Okay.
person
Okay.
you're really
Okay.
competing with is yourself.
Okay.
We got
Whew.
reinforce. We've reinforce is our
The word
word.
reinforce.
Yeah, reinforce.
Okay.
Reinforce.
Are we
Reinforce.
okay? Thank you, spelling bee master. Okay. Um,
Um,
all right.
I
You
would.
want to start?
Yeah, go for it. If you have an idea, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go, go. Okay. Well,
No, I don't.
um,
If you have something, I want to hear you out first. That's always how I go.
I don't have anything. I just know the
Okay,
word
so I
reinforcement.
think a guy. It's about a someone who has to come out of retirement to be a
Hmm.
police officer
Hmm. Hmm.
because it's like this because all the cops in his hometown got COVID or something. I don't know. And so he's like this like, oh my gosh. I will have 10 minutes. Free meeting will end in 10 minutes. That's not enough
No, we gotta hurry
time.
up.
We've only been talking for 10 minutes anyway. That's weird. We'll figure it out. Anyhow,
Wait, Tristan, I can't
yeah.
endorse a pro cop movie.
I'm not, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it is pro cop. I think he
Okay.
comes out of
Oh,
retirement
okay.
and then he or they, whoever we decide, comes out of retirement and is like, well, this sucks. All of this is terrible. You were all suck
Hmm.
shit. Back when I was a cop, things were different.
Okay.
Or it can be something completely different.
Wait. I like this so far. And
Mm-hmm.
then maybe slowly he uncovers the truth about the history of the police
Mm-hmm.
in general. And then he
In-
realizes the reason that he doesn't have any other reinforcements is because they all decided that, you know, to follow QAnon and they didn't want to take the vaccine. And so that's why they all got COVID. And now he needs reinforcements. And so he's calling up like his like ex-cop buddies
mm-hmm.
to come help him out and solve like a mystery that's happening like in town. Like this is a like a B story in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um and he calls up his friends and they are like, yeah, we wanted to tell you this, but we weren't sure how you take the news because you were such a gung-ho cop or something like that. And so
Mm-hmm.
they're all on the same page now. They're
Mm-hmm.
all ACAB. They're still cops. And
What
so
about this? No, this is just a concept, not for the movie. Um, People are like a cab, but they are police officers, so it is a suicide pact. Like
yes,
it's a
yes,
concept.
exactly. Yes.
I
The only
think
good cop is a dead cop.
the only good
Sorry.
cop.
Sorry. Put this on a
I
podcast.
cannot fully endorse that
Oh
because
my
I
god.
they will come for me. They are in a certain
They're
extent
gonna
a
come for
judge.
me, I know.
But what I will say, what would be fun would be if they do kind of realize that, and they're like, "Well, this thing has to stop," and so
Hmm.
they fake all of their deaths, and then they use the insurance settlement to set up like a community center instead of a new police station. They like burn the police station to the
To
ground.
reinforce the community.
Exactly. There it is.
There we go.
There we go. Bada
Reinforce
bing.
coming to theaters 2024.
Okay, I like that. 2024. Ugh, we gotta. I don't know if you know this. There's a strike on. I don't think we can move that quick.
My bad, 2026.
Non-union. I guess. Here we go.
We gotta start filming indie movies on our phone.
Oh. I like it. Okay, so the first act is all the cops have like drunk bleach because they're trying to get rid of the coronavirus or something stupid. Like they're trying some home.
Ivermectin.
Yeah, exactly. They're drinking some home brew, and so their guts are rotted inside out, which is satisfying to see right away, right? Because we're
Yeah,
like, these cops stink. We can't believe we're seeing a cop movie in 2023, the year of our Lord.
right.
And then, so that happens. So that's the first chunk. Then the second chunk is this mystery. And then the third chunk is him and the team, the gang, realizing that they can get all the insurance money. So who do we want as our lead, do you think?
Um.
I
Oh,
Go ahead.
well, who's the dude from Expendables? The one who Rocky, Steven
Oh,
Stallone.
Sylvester. Close.
Sylvester Stallone. I
It's
told
fucked
you
up
I'm
that
so bad with names.
can I tell you though? Steven Stallone sounds more reasonable than Sylvester. The fact
Sylvester's
that
still a weird ass name.
yeah, man, the fact that we just let
Such a
him be a movie
cartoon cat
star.
ass name.
So like, oh brother. Um, I think
Psychopath.
Slice Alone is great. I think that's great. And
You call him
then
Sly?
yeah, Sylvester Sly Stallone.
Wow,
Yeah,
I like that. Never thought
yeah,
of that as a nickname. That's cool.
yeah. It's
Okay.
it's it's certainly a
Can we have
rebranding from Sylvester.
can we have Danny DeVito as comedic relief as one of the
Perfect.
cops,
As
the
his
ex
like
cop?
ex-partner. Yes,
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
absolutely.
uh-huh.
Um, I think Michelle Rodriguez should be like one of the detectives.
For sure.
Um,
She
who like
definitely has a vibe for this movie.
yes,
Oh,
I think
okay.
she could have been someone who was on maternity leave, and so she didn't
Mm,
drink the bleach or whatever the hell.
all
And then get
right.
sick, so she's fine. So she's not an idiot. She's like, I would never do that. These fucking fools. So I think, by the way, we have like 4 minutes left. What I'll do is probably stop this meeting and start a new one and send you that.
Okay.
That sound good?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. So I think those are our three like principles. I think that's great. We
Hmm,
got
hmm.
Danny DeVito, Sylvester Stallone, and Michelle Rodriguez. Mean as. Um, I think having David Harbour play the ringleader of the stupid cops, because the movie
Okay.
starts, you see David Harbour, he's back as a cop again, so
Okay.
we're like, yes, we're so on board for this. And the first shot of him is just like, again, drinking some homebrew and then immediately dying, immediately having to go to the hospital. And you're like, okay, so this is not the movie that you thought it would be. Cool. That's the first chunk. I think also Sly has to like go on and like assemble his team, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely on a hero's journey of sorts to assemble his team for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So I think he turns to Danny DeVito first. I
Yeah.
think I think also Sylvester should only have one eye. I think that would be fun as like a
Okay.
as
What
like
if Danny DeVito had one eye?
well, that was my initial thought. I'm like, he's already got so much going on with being a very little man.
Okay, okay, okay.
But I like can I tell you that was my first instinct, and I'm glad you're on board. So let's have Danny DeVito with one eye.
Maybe Sylvester Stallone has like some scar or something that has a backstory. I don't know. And he goes for Danny DeVito first because he knows that he's easier, and he wants to go do like double team to go get Michelle Rodriguez because we know she's probably not going to be on board initially. She's like very like questionable. Like this is questionable. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but Danny DeVito is like somehow should Danny DeVito be her uncle? That's an
Mm,
interesting thought. That somehow that
yeah,
Michelle
yeah. Somehow
Rodriguez,
they're related and they
which
have
is
like
because
their
that's
reasons for
insane.
not like clicking.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they had a falling out or something.
Mm-mm-mm. And he's
There
like,
has to
I
be
gotta tell
something.
you, I wouldn't
Yeah.
normally ask you this of you, but
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
can I tell you, it's such a testament to Danny DeVito as an actor that those Jersey Mike's sub sandwich commercials are so good.
Wait. Is he in Jersey Mike's sandwich commercials?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah, and he's
Why didn't I
really
know
funny in
this?
them. He's very good.
I gotta YouTube these now because I fucking love that guy.
So Danny DeVito has one eye and is Michelle Rodriguez's uncle,
Hmm.
dad, adopted dad. Let's make it so complicated for no reason.
Okay. Adopted dad that she had a falling out with? Are we still going
Yes,
with that?
I
Okay.
like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that a
What
lot.
was the reason? What was the reason for the falling out?
He was a cop.
Oh,
I think
wait.
that'd be
Isn't she
good.
also?
She's a
Isn't she also?
detective, and that's slightly different. Maybe she's a private
Okay, like a
investigator.
PI? Yeah, PI. I
Yeah.
was gonna say. Yeah, there we go.
Great. So he's like, you're the only person that I can trust in this town because you ain't a cop. Because this thing goes all the way to the top. See, we have to hire. And they're like, fine. I like this idea of her having a baby the entire
Hmm.
time. Like she can't get a sitter.
Yeah.
So she just
Yeah,
has
yeah,
it like
yeah.
a Bjorn.
Yes, I was imagining. I swear to God, I was picturing that the whole time. She just has the baby on her,
At
and there
all
has to be a
times.
moment. There has to be a moment where the baby falls out, where she's falling out of a building, or the baby's falling out off of a building, and it's just a very tense, like 2.5 minutes of slow mo, figuring out what the fuck is about to happen.
Bum,
Is the
bum, bum,
baby going to
bum,
be
bum.
saved,
Is the
or is it
baby
going to
gonna be
become
saved?
splatter?
And then I think Danny DeVito's got to save the baby, and
Yeah,
then they're
and that
okay.
that rekindles their connection. Yeah.
Exactly. He's like,
Like they're
we're gonna
mad
fix
at each
that.
other. She's begrudgingly joining, with the two
Hmm.
of them and becoming a trio. And the whole time she's like hating it. She's like, cussing him out, saying shit, whatever, giving him shit the whole time. And then that moment at the climax
Hmm.
somehow rekindles their relationship.
I agree. I like that. I like that a lot. Cool. So that's them assembling the team, which is the first act.
Hmm.
And then what kind of mystery? Who is in charge of the corruption? And number one, everyone's in charge of the corruption of the police. But who specifically can we pin it on?
Um, maybe it's like go ahead.
Oh,
I was
I
gonna
just
say some sort of like some sort of like uh land grab from someone like some sort of like a person who's been behind like controlling different areas of the town the whole time,
mm,
kind of like a mafia-ish, but not it's not
mm.
it's not mafia, but it's like a person who's just power hungry. Um
It's got to be the neighborhood watch, right?
mm, maybe
It's like
someone in
a
the neighborhood watch, yeah.
yeah. It's gotta be because that's obviously the rival of the cops, and so they're like, haha,
Hmm.
I would never. I don't trust the police, but really,
Hmm.
they are part of the police. I like the idea of Danny DeVito also being retired, not just because he has one eye, but also because he doesn't trust cops anymore.
Mm,
Because he's like, and so he's the whole time trying to convince Sly, hey, you
yeah,
gotta just believe me on this. And he's like,
yeah,
I don't think cops are fine.
yeah. No, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Stallone is and then Arnold is
Yeah, he's still, yeah, he's definitely got brain damage
Yeah,
for sure from the Rocky
absolutely.
movie.
I mean, he's got. I don't know, man. I can't speak to that. Maybe he's just Italian, but yeah, he's just from
Why are you
Philadelphia.
telling that brain damage?
Yeah, no. Anyway, bloop, 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 bloop. But the whole time he's like, I don't know, I like being a cop.
There
And
we go.
he's like, no, you gotta understand. So he's the whole time it's been back and forth, and then finally it comes to a head where he can't deny it anymore with this like them finding out more and more about the town, and that like the first mayor of the town was corrupt and set these precedents that
Hmm.
cops should treat certain people certain ways. um
And
and
maybe maybe there's like a recording somewhere, and Danny DeVito
mm,
actually had it the whole time, but he was like too afraid because he had been silenced in the past. Or that person
mm,
is like now dead or something, and so he's like comfortable because of the COVID.
mm-hmm. That he's like
That
finally
person ended up
willing.
dying. Yeah, now he feels like comfortable revealing that information to Sty, who's now like convinced 100%. and now he's just like something turns in his head, and now
Mhm.
he's just like 100% going ham, anti-cop. He's
Going John
completely
Hamm.
convinced. Yeah,
Yeah.
John Hamm.
Yeah, going John Hamm. I like that. I like that a lot. I like the recording or whatever. What should it be? Recording. It's I
Or
mean, if
some
it's
documents.
I think a book, like an old book would be
Mm,
good, or documents would be great.
or
And
diary of some
then
sort.
yeah, where it's just like, I, the mayor of this town, hate anyone that's not white, and I have assigned the cops to also do that.
Like
Like,
there's always a person in government, like in those small town governments,
mhm.
who like takes notes, or what do they call it? Not they keep
The
time.
minutes.
The minutes, yeah, the person keeps the minutes. So they like record everything like in a
Mhm.
diary somewhere.
Oh, I like that. That, like, there's this person who's been taking, like, this one family has been taking the minutes the entire time, generation to
Yeah,
generation. And so we get
yeah.
this old ass actor who's
Hmm, hmm.
the latest or it can be a normal or normal. Jeez, that's ageist. Can be a normal person.
Well,
No, it can
someone
be.
around Danny DeVito's time. Like it has to be
Oh,
someone who's
sure.
like, you know.
Mm, mm,
So it would
mm.
have to be an older person.
That's true.
Uh, what if it was the lady that played McGonagall? No,
Dame Maggie
I'm really
Smith.
bad at this.
Number one, Maggie Smith. I would say Dame Maggie Smith is, I would argue, older by a country
Yeah,
mile than
too
Danny
old.
DeVito, but I
The
like
thing
the
is, those jobs
idea.
end up going to older people.
They do,
So
they do.
Danny must have been young at the time while she was
Hmm.
already older, and now she's
Yes.
even more aged. But anyways, we could choose someone else.
No, I like that a lot. That was actually, to be
Okay.
honest, who I had initially too, when I was like, who's an old person that I would trust to be an
True.
actor? And yeah, I think Maggie Smith would be great. And so they go see her, and she's like, this has it all, and these are all the minutes from all the meetings.
Does Maggie do English accent, like American accents?
I'm sure she does. I've never heard it, but I'm sure she does.
What if it was Meryl Streep instead?
I mean, that's
Is she too
fine.
diva for that? Is she too diva for that?
I think I think she would steal focus in a way.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I agree.
But I could be open to Meryl. I was thinking either that or Judi Dench, but she can't do an American accent to
Mm,
save her life.
okay.
Um, Helen Mirren,
Yeah,
maybe, or um,
Helen Mirren.
hey, I was
Let's
gonna say
do
what
her.
Helen Mirren, great, cool, cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Sylvester Stallone and Helen Mirren back again in action.
Hmm.
Did you see that interview with Helen Mirren recently where she said Dodgeball's her favorite movie of all time?
Was that from the red carpet?
I think it was from like a red carpet or like a Vanity Fair thing, and she's just like, "I
Oh yeah,
love
yeah.
the
They were
film."
yeah.
She's like
Was she
sick.
serious?
Yes,
What?
she's like, "I love it. I'll
Now I
watch
want
it."
to go watch it. Like,
It's like, what is she getting out of this? It's so good. I
it's,
love it so much.
it's like
That's
admitting you
great.
like hentai.
Hmm.
Hentai. Sorry. You're so
Um,
stupid.
no, you are, but it's fun. No, you're being funny, which is the point of the podcast. So they talk to her. They got a big journal full of stuff. Sly is like, "Oh my god, this proves everything. You weren't full of shit, Daddy DeVito." And then so they decide to burn the PlayStation to the ground, and then that's when the tense moment with the baby happens, because something goes wrong, obviously, and so there's like a moment where like something
She doesn't get out in
collapses.
time.
Hmm.
Yes.
And so the baby's there, and Danny DeVito's like, "Throw me the baby, you know, you're not gonna make it," or whatever. And she chucks him the baby, and he makes sure to get the baby out, and then he hands the baby to Sylvester Stallone, and he goes, "I gotta go back in there," and he goes and he saves his daughter.
Mm.
And it's like, even though I'm not your real dad, I'm the only dad you have. Give me a hand, you know, that sort
I
of
like
thing.
that. That's cute.
Yeah. And then they cut to like next day, and they built a community center or whatever it is.
Mm.
Or they started a neighborhood watch or whatever it is.
A new one with a new leader. Oh, this
Mm-hmm.
time maybe Danny's the leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
Reinforce. Do you want to do a wee bit of a lightning round? Oh, who do you think would be good to direct it?
Ooh. Okay, I don't know a lot of director names, but I would say the same. Michael Bay.
Michael?
Okay, that's the worst. That's the worst person to direct that movie. Oh my god. Who does the Fast and Furious?
And I tell you, I don't know. I always just kind of
Okay.
assumed it was Vin Diesel going, doing this, you know?
You know what? Vin Diesel's the director. There we go.
He's directed things in the past.
Okay, yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
fuck it. Why not? Vinny
Why
D,
not?
live a little. Who should do the music, do you think?
Hans Zimmer, of
Hans
course.
Zimmer, excellent. So it's gonna just sound like ambient noise. Cool, love it.
No, just drums and
Pum, pum, pum. Oh, I love it. Okay,
just very
great.
thrilling. It's a thriller,
It's a thriller. It's like thriller comedy about.
Reinforce. Yeah.
You don't often see a thriller comedy. Uh,
We'll be the first.
you will be the first.
Or one of the rare ones.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right. So the way this works is we both have the same word. I do a
Mhm.
pitch. You try and keep it within a couple of sentences, and then you do a pitch. So the
Okay, we
first
don't
one
have
is
to give like. Wait, I
Mhm.
should. Sorry, I want to
Yeah, yeah,
clarify.
yeah.
We
Go
don't have
ahead.
to. Do we have to give like the actors' names and directors' names and all that? Just the
No, no.
story, right?
Yeah, just the
Okay.
plot.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
genuine is the first one. Genuine is for me about a ring that has been passed on for generations, and everyone thinks that it's worth a certain amount of money, and then they realize they don't, right as they're going to sell it to keep their house. And it's a drama starring Frances McDormand.
Okay. Genuine for me is a rom-com about a woman who is stuck with a bunch of friends that she just always had since college, and she never dropped them from her life, even though she's an adult woman in her 30s now. And so she's on the hunt for better friends, and she realizes they've been around her whole time, the whole time, and it's just people that she had like in her vicinity, either through work or the bar that she goes to, just people that have always helped her out. And then she realized those are the genuine relationships that those are the friends we made along the way.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
Love it. Minority. Minority is about a singular blue city in a red state and having to deal with that, starring Ethan Hawke as well-meaning country liberal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is just me living in Kentucky, and I'm just like relating to it more than like I'm in Louisville. 20
You know
minutes
what? Fair enough.
outside
Fair
is
enough.
just a no
Sorry to
go.
put you on blast.
It was just so. I was just like, oh my god, is this a documentary about my life? Actually, my when I heard the word minority, I immediately thought of doing like a dark documentary, like one of those the gosh, the something of fuck, I forgot. There was a documentary I'm thinking of that reminded me of it. But anyways, like a documentary style film, but it's not a documentary. It's a film, but it
Hmm.
has the feel of like it's based on a true story type of thing, and
Sure.
it's following um the story of like a minority
Hmm.
living in New York City during the
Hmm.
height of police surveillance,
Hmm.
and just there. But it's the thing that makes it interesting is the way that it's directed.
Mm.
It's I don't want to say a fisheye lens, but it's like basically like the person behind the camera is the person, like
Oh,
you're
sure.
seeing from their perspective most
Mm.
of the majority of the time,
Oh, so it's like a
maybe even the whole
POV.
time.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, like a
Nice.
POV. Yeah, there we go.
Very cool. Like
Yeah.
that. Um, tension.
Mm.
Tension. For me, tension is about a an immigrant from Greece who comes to America to become a massage therapist.
I love it. I mean, Danny DeVito's definitely in that one. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. He owns the school, and he's gonna teach you how to touch people, not just physically, but emotionally too.
You got to touch them over here first.
Exactly. Here,
Okay.
then there.
Tension for me is like a Taken style movie, and it's just it happens over a 24-hour period, and what's that called? It takes place in the hospital, and it's about a character who is suffering from hypertension.
Perfect. Amazing. You love to see it. I have one more, and it's
Mhm.
Behead. But I did read it as Bedhead. So if you'd rather do Bedhead, that's fine too. But Behead, um, it's a soccer movie. It's a soccer movie about a kid who is really bad at soccer until he learns to not use his feet, but uses his head instead. And he's just, you got to be the head, and he's just bolt.
It's
And
cute. It's cute.
it's very cute. Yeah.
I like that you turned that word into something sweet. I was going more of the horror direction, and it's just very like on the nose. It's about it's a horror thriller, Friday the 13th style. You know, just this person that goes around beheading people because um, they want to add it to their collection and make like puppets out of people's heads.
When you said puppets out of people's heads, you know those like those
Like taxidermy.
yeah
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
those plastic you get like a stick with like a dinosaur head on the top of it, and you like
Yeah,
that's what I was
exactly
thinking,
what
like
I'm. Yeah, that's literally what was in my brain.
good. I'm glad it was communicated
Like,
well.
yeah, yeah, we just
Your lips to God's ears, I guess. I don't know. What do you want people to know about you besides the fact that you're good at improvising films?
uh well, thank you. I think that is a huge compliment, even though I thought I sucked. But
No,
let's
great
see.
app.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. I am a stand-up comedian. I've been doing comedy for 5 years.
What?
And yeah. You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, that's how we met. I've been doing being stupid on purpose.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But yeah, I just had my
What?
5-year comedy anniversary. Can't you believe it? Yeah, I've gotten
Nice.
more comfortable on stage. I feel like myself, like it's so fun. What else? I'm a middle school science teacher. I teach 8th grade science at an all boys middle school. Fuck me. Um, let's see. I'm trying to get out. I don't
So
want I
those
don't
of
want
you
this
who
as
are
a deja
just
vu.
listening, the face Anna made after she said that just looked like it was like Tom Hanks
Like
at the
dead
end of
eyes.
Castaway, just like, oh my god.
Because I go back in a week, right?
Oh god, yeah. God
Yeah,
bless.
just
Stronger than the
thank
Marines.
you. Thank you. Yeah, no, I literally say that on stage. I'm literally like braver than the Marines, and then I get claps or I get silence. It depends which part of the country I'm at. I'm like, okay, you guys hate teachers. I get it.
But take a moment. Yeah, that's very
But,
good.
yeah, yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Comedy and teaching. I am
That's you,
defined by my
baby.
occupations.
Oh, no.
I'm 33-year-old. I'm single. Hit me up.
Oh, I have a
um,
leading question for you. What's your Twitter handle?
at Annam last. A as in alpha, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, A as in alpha, M as in Mary, and then the word last all together.
It's
Annam last.
it's almost like you have had to maybe spell your name a few times for people who don't understand
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Very
But
interesting.
yeah, I speak now to you, the listener, and remind you that you can go to tristanmiller.substack.com for early releases of the episodes, the visuals of the episodes, and then also movie reviews. So go there, throw me a couple bucks if you want. If not, I understand. We're all poor. Anam, thank you very much for being on the show. It's so much lovely to have.
So much fun. It was so much fun.
Can I tell you, this room does not have AC in it, and it's been getting hotter and hotter.
Oh
And
my
so
god, I'm
I
so
am,
sorry.
it's not your fault. I picked the room. But my brain has been like for the last like 3 minutes. I have no idea what's coming out of my mouth. But thank you so much for doing the show,
Yeah, this
and
was so fun. Thanks for having me.
would love to have you back on again. Great job.
For
A
sure.
plus. Hey, this time you get an A plus.
Thanks.